Hello everyone, Chepandees, Chepu Telsu Ledu Kadu guys. My name is Shubham Sagar. Today is 1st December 2025 and what? New month, first day. You can connect with me on LinkedIn. This is a snapshot of my LinkedIn profile. And if you can hear me, if you can see me, you can post it in the comment section as well. This is my Telegram channel, guys. I'll be posting this into analysis PDF by 9:30 a.m. in this particular Telegram channel. Cool, sir. And just give me a second. Good morning, Harshini. Good morning, Chepandi. Cheputalsu Ledu Kadu, Solanga. So yesterday I gave you people this particular question. Yesterday, that is on Saturday. Saturday, I gave you this question, Operation Sagar Bandhu. My name is Shubham Sagar, but I prefer to be called Shubh. So yeah, Operation Sagar Bandhu, named after me by Modi sir. Recently, news was launched by India to do what? Good morning, Iltush. Who is a good girl? Iltush is a good girl. So, what is the basic purpose of Operation Sagar Bandhu? Chepandis Cheputilsu Ledu Kadu, guys. That means tell me fast. Ah, ah. Henna bulu bulu. So Harshini has given the answer. Provide relief to Sri Lanka after Cyclone Ditwa. Ditwa. So yeah, Cyclone Ditwa is in news. It is in news today also. Modi sir is very, very concerned. So Harshini and Iltush, they have given the answer. Very, very, very good. Let's come back to the present. So again, S. Rama Sundaram Sundaram sir, he is a retired IAS officer. He is writing about AIDS and TB fight. Tamil Nadu shows the way again. So today is World's AIDS Day. UPSC and UPSC related exam they will not ask you this factual information. When is World's AIDS Day celebrated? But I should not say that so much. Maybe UPSC will ask this year. Who knows? UPSC keeps on changing their pattern, right? So AIDS happen when you have too much of HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. Please understand, there's a difference between HIV and AIDS. So there is an actor, you don't know him. He is like, he's known as, his name is Charlie Sheen. He was in a series called Two and a Half Men. So because you people study 18 hours a day, you don't have time to watch these sitcoms. Sitcoms mean situational comedy. So Charlie Sheen had HIV virus, but when HIV virus becomes too intense, it converts into AIDS, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. And in AIDS, your immune system becomes so weak that diseases like which generally does not kill people, let's say TB, diarrhea, etc., they will kill you. So maximum deaths happen in AIDS not because of AIDS alone. It's diseases like TB which is killing people, and that's why these two are connected. And which particular state is it is a pioneer example of leading fight against AIDS and TB? The answer here is this one, Tamil Nadu. And Tamil Nadu, they have done something. So again, that is fine, but there are some other things which you have to understand from exam perspective here, like registered society. Here they will talk about a particular term which is known as registered society. So some, people can ask you what is the basic rationale of registered society, how registered society works, how registered society is different from an NGO. So there will be terms which you have to understand. And then there will be some factual information. So World's AIDS Day, December 1 is a reminder of 1980s AIDS crisis in Southern and Eastern Africa. And in 1990s, we were also suffering because of it. It has spread across India. But prevalence rate was always below 1%, and it's still like I will show you the data. What is the data? And we have done a lot of good things. Tamil Nadu has taken a step forward in that regard, and we are doing a lot of good things. So what is the current status of what Tamil Nadu did? We'll talk about it. First of all, let's see some facts and figures. These numbers are actually important to substantiate your mains answer. Oh my God. Whenever you're writing a mains answer, you have to substantiate your mains answer. In that regard, you need to know about these figures. So India's adult HIV prevalence fell from 0.54% to 0.22%. Still, like a great number decline if you see in absolute number terms, but we're always below 1%. That's what this article is saying. Now let's see what Tamil Nadu did, and then we'll talk about different terms. So India launched National AIDS Control Project, blah blah blah, World Bank loan of $84 million. World Bank, we have talked about World Bank earlier. World Bank and World Bank Group. World Bank had two organizations, IBRD and IDA. We have solved UPSC PYQ on it. International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, International Development Association. And then World Bank Group is World Bank plus 3. World Bank Group and World Bank, they are different. Where is the headquarter of World Bank? Any idea, anyone? And you have to find out these three organizations. MEGA is one of them. So World Bank Group, World Bank plus three, and World Bank, IBRD, and IDA, International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, and International Development Association. So these are some facts which you have to keep in mind. The headquarter of World Bank, as nobody stated, is in Washington DC. So keep it in mind. We took a loan. They help developing countries like us, especially IBRD and IDA. School cell. So state created 8 cell and all these things were happening. But what Tamil Nadu did was awesome. Generally, you have state, like, AIDS unit. Earlier, what used to happen, this was applicable for even TB. So in different hospitals or in different, you have AIDS unit, so to say. These AIDS unit, even within ministries, you had AIDS unit. So they have to take permission from higher authority. There was a hierarchy. There was a delay. So Tamil Nadu, they converted this AIDS cell into registered society. Please understand this. What are these AIDS cell? So let's say there is a health ministry within your state, right? So within your health ministry, there will be an AIDS unit. There will be different units for different diseases. So there will be an AIDS unit, there will be TB unit. You have to understand this difference, guys. Most of the people, very good, Iltush, most of the people, they don't know the difference between a registered society and NGO. And why these terms are actually important? Because NGO is explicitly mentioned in your GS mains paper too. So if you see this article is important from both GS2 and GS3 perspective. GS2, health, GS2 governance aspect, GS3 also science and tech, they also cover health. So there are certain technical terms which we have just discussed, how HIV is not equal to AIDS and there is a difference between them. Cool. So let's focus on registered society and NGO and the difference between them. So what we have seen, we have units, we have different health related units inside a health ministry. They have to take a lot of permission. So Tamil Nadu did one awesome thing. What they did was they converted these units into registered society. How does a registered society works? So a registered society will become autonomous. Autonomous means it is not dependent on a particular ministry, etc. It does not have to take permission. It will do work on its own. I will make you understand it by some example. Do work on its own. And it does not have to take, it will have its specific fund. It can take money from World Bank directly. All these things will happen. But after a year, let's say, government will look into the operation, how much money it spent, how much money was given to it, whether there is corruption or not, all these things. So registered society, in like at central level, you have a Registered Society Act of 1860, under which these registered society was. Why do video yesterday? Nature, you have a look at the videos, brother. You will understand why no videos yesterday. We do it Monday to Saturday, as Ilto stated. So what we were discussing, I forgot. Yes, so we are talking about the difference between registered society and NGOs and how do they actually work. So registered society, they are working as, let's understand with an example. Let's say there's a very big edtech channel. There is a very big edtech channel. Under this edtech channel, let's say there are 80 teachers, faculties who are working, and they're working within this one particular channel, and they're posting videos there. But let's say one particular faculty here, he says that no, I want to work on my own. I will report to you. I will report to you. You can fund me. I will report to you, and I will share my earning also. But I want my autonomy, and I don't want to report to you all the time. You can check my earnings. You can give me funding. All these things you can do, but I will have my own autonomy. Once a year, you can look into my work because you are funding me. So that is how. And there are different channels. You can see in. I am not that channel. There are different channels where faculties work on their own, but they will have something at the end. They will name it like they are a subsidiary of some other organization. Same thing what happens with the registered society. They're actually government entities only, but they have separated from different ministries. They're working on their own on a particular cause. They have more autonomy. They don't have to go and take permission after permission after permission. So things happen in a faster manner, and that's what Tamil Nadu actually did here. Could have done revision. Nature, please see the pattern. What we do Monday to Saturday, we do Hindu analysis. I am not a robot, so I cannot come every day. So we do Monday to like Hindu analysis Monday to Saturday at 8 a.m. We could like revision. It has to be done by you people. So you revise whatever you have studied Monday to Saturday, right? Cool, thank you. So what we are talking about, registered society and the difference between registered society and NGO. How do they actually work? NGO, like registered society, generally part of government, designed for a specific cause. NGOs, they're non-governmental organization. They're basically not part of government. They are working on their own. So they are not, sometimes their cause is seen like they may work for a specific cause. So they may feel like they are the same, but they are different. They're not exactly the same thing. Cool. So let's focus, guys. But yes, I can understand what nature is saying. Sometimes, you do feel a lull on Sunday. So to address that lull, what we are doing is, see, guys, you have to understand. This is one thing which I am doing, this Hindu which I am bringing. Apart from that, there are certain things which I have to do. I have to do mains answer evaluation. I have to do history through NCRT series. There are certain, so I cannot be all the time on YouTube. I I'm not a robot. I'm anyway burnt out. So what I'm trying to tell is, but yes, that is an issue which I'm trying to address on Sunday also. There should be some video. So from today onwards, what is happening? I'm starting this 50 most important series for UPSC CSE. I started this, this particular initiative, 12 most important question of the day, etc. I wanted to continue it, but then I realized I cannot do it. I can do maximum one full fledged, like ideally, what is my basic plan? I will tell you. Hindu analysis, nobody is going to stop it until unless I am dead. So that will happen. Apart from that, one Hindu analysis, one shot, or one Hindu analysis, one video. That is the pattern. So, yes, what I was saying is from today, I'm starting this 50 most important current affairs for UPSC CSE. So today I will upload polity part 1. So there will be 4 part of this PDF, and one part will be containing 13, 12, 13, 12, like this. You will understand once you see this, and hopefully I wanted to upload it yesterday, but I did not have the bandwidth. I had to do a lot of work. So hope you are understanding what we are saying here. Time is limited, so much things to do. But yes, Sunday will not be a lull. That 50 most important thing will come on Sunday also, so that you have something to look forward to. I can understand nature, where you're coming from. So let's have a look at this. National adoption. So Tamil Nadu, they adopted this, converted their AIDS cell into a registered society. It was a success. And similarly, then second national AIDS control project happened. Center was like, all the state do what Tamil Nadu did. So again, this happened, and India's adult HIV prevalence failed. So hope you're understanding what we are discussing here, how Tamil Nadu became an example for AIDS control for other states. TB burden in India. WHO Global TB Report. Why are they talking about TB report? Because most of the people who are dying from AIDS, they're not dying from AIDS alone. They're dying from, or basically because of TB. And because their immune system has weakened so much. India has 25% of global TB cases. We have talked about TB cases earlier. India wanted to eliminate TB by 2025, but we have bypassed that target. And SDG target is at least eliminated by 2030, because we have to achieve 17 SDGs. Cool. So India has 7.5% of global HIV population, and Tamil Nadu did the same thing with TB also. They converted their TB unit into registered society, giving them more autonomy, more freedom, more money, and that also was a success. So TB is the most common opportunistic infection. Pay attention to the keywords, guys. What is the meaning of opportunistic infection? TB diarrhea. Generally, it will not kill you. You will be weakened, but if you are suffering from HIV, if you have already weakened means immune system, you will die. So it is responsible for 25% of the AIDS death. So you see, that's why, oh my god, that's why when we are talking about AIDS, we are talking about TB at the same time. India also holds 25% of global MDR-TB, multi-drug resistance TB cases. They can ask you, you have to use these numbers. These numbers can be used in 2 ways. They can make pre-questions on it, or you can use them in mains answer also. Sometimes you have to substantiate your answer. So global TB elimination target 2030. Our target was 2025, but we will not be able to meet it. In fact, in 2022, to ensure that we are meeting this target, eliminating TB by 2025, Government of India launched Pradhan Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, PMTB MBA. They can ask you, when is this PMTB MBA was, like, when was it launched? But, and there were certain things where NGOs can adopt people who are suffering from TB, government will help them. So many things they did, Niksha initiative, this and that. But we were not able to achieve our target. There is a disparity, Bihar, etc. They have so many TB cases. So why we have jumped from AIDS to TB? Because Tamil Nadu is an example for both of them, and AIDS is interrelated with TB. So you have to look into both of them. Tamil Nadu is the first state to integrate a predictive model for TB death risk. What is the basic rationale of TB death risk or predictive model? Let's say I caught TB. I went to a hospital, Tamil Nadu hospital. They will look into my scenario, which diseases I had in the past, what is my body system, immune system, and then they will tell me how much chance I have of dying from TB, all these things. So they did the screening thing, and again, it was adopted in other states. So standard TB control steps, rapid testing, reporting, treatment. There's also something called as DOTS, directly observed treatment short course. So Tamil Nadu's rapid adoption, you can see here. What is the basic thing which you have to understand from exam perspective here? Like, HIV, AIDS, and which state has been a model, what they did, what is registered society, how it is different from NGO. These are the things which are important. What is the interrelation between TB and AIDS, and what was India's target of TB elimination? What happened to that target? So these are some keywords which we have to keep in mind. Now let's say there's a mains question. Examine the importance of registered society in India's public health programs. So this is a question which is given to you. What is the importance of registered society in India's public health programs? Here you can talk about what is a registered society, how it is different from NGO, and what Tamil Nadu did when it comes to converting their aid cell into a registered society, how they are governed at center by a registered society at 1860. States can have their own registered society, blah blah blah. So all these things you have to talk about in this particular thing. And again, guys, most of the people, they don't know, or even if they see this registered society, they don't try to go into the details of what basically is a registered society. So keep it in mind. Cool. So again, have a look at the basic rationale, how this answer has been written. As you know, in mains, there's no hard and fast rule. Intro, body, and conclusion you have. In intro, you can talk about what is a registered society, blah blah blah, and in body you will talk about the advantages. They get direct funding. They're not dependent on a particular ministry, so to say. They have autonomy. They have faster program implementation, and then give the example of Tamil Nadu State AIDS Control or AIDS Control Society, which became a registered society, became a national model, and blah blah blah. Read it. We have discussed all these things, so I'm not reading all the points. How they are different from NGOs, you can also talk about it. Societies are often government initiated with specific health mandates, while NGOs are private initiative. We have discussed this earlier also. Many people, they have this misconception that NGOs, non-governmental organization, they are always not for profit. They can be of two types, guys: for profit and not for profit. Generally, when you think about NGOs, you think about Helpage India, etc., etc. These are some NGOs, but then there are some NGOs which also gain profit. I used to work in Assam for a particular educational institution. They have registered themselves as an NGO, so these things happen. So registered society have proven to be blah blah blah. You can read these things. Hope you understood the basic difference between registered society, NGO, and what this article was all about. Now let's solve some question. MCQ 1, and try to use option elimination. Which of the following statement is correct regarding TB in India? TB is the leading opportunistic infection among HIV positive patient. India has 25% of global MDR TB cases. India achieves its 2025 TB elimination target ahead of schedule. Schedule. Harshini, Iltush, they have given the answer. The answer is A, 1 and 2 only. Third, India did not achieve its 2025 elimination target. We failed in that regard. So the answer is A, 1 and 2 only. MCQ2, which of the following statement about TNSACS is or are correct? Tamil Nadu State AIDS Control Society, something like that. We have just discussed what happened with this Tamil Nadu State AIDS Control Society, a cooperative society, or control society, I think actually it is. Do check the full form of TNSACS. But we have seen how it changed and what changed in Tamil Nadu. Oh my god. Yeah. So Harshini, Iltush, Nature, they have given the answer. Harshini has given the answer for second question. Nature, what is your name, Nature? You're a good boy and a girl, Nature. Yes, I think I saw your comments on Saturday. So Harshini and Iltush, they have given the answer. Both the statements are correct. Created under Society Registration Act, success led to replication in other Indian states. Very good. Next article, page number 8, editorial GS2, GS3, GS4. Why GS4? Ethics case study. Menaka Gandhi, ma'am, she's an awesome personality. If you follow her, if you know her, do you people know Sunil? Okay, Sunil. So Harshini, Iltush, they have given the answer. Anybody like Harshini, Iltush, Sunil? Do you people know about Menaka Gandhi? Have you heard about her? Any time, like she has been a voice for us, animal activist, animal supporter, and here also she's talking about so many good things which can be used in ethics case study, like so many things, majoritarian democracy, like democracy or government, what happens there. So many awesome words are here in this article, guys. Let's try to understand. And she's talking about how we need representation for animals at all level, at executive level, at legislature level, at all level. Then she talks about vertical check. horizontal check. So there are some keywords which we have to understand. She's an animal activist. Very good. So Harshini, Sunil, Iltush, all of you have heard. Vertical check, horizontal check. What is the basic meaning of these terms? And then there are some more terms. Again, it will give you a lot of perspective and how hypocrites we people are when it comes to animal rights. Like, dog is a cute, dog can understand us, so dog is awesome. So we should not, kill dog. And we should not kill cow because, cow, very important, but we can kill buffalo. Buffalo meat is also beef. We are one of the largest exporter of buffalo meat in the world. Hypocrisy. There is a limit, and that's why Kabir, not Kabir Singh. We'll come to Menaka Gandhi, ma'am. Kabir. He used to make fun of both Hinduism and Islam. See this? This is NCRT class 7, chapter 6, guys. You can join my history through NCRT series or success bundle. Prices have actually increased from today. So yes, see, he openly ridiculed all forms of external worship of both Hinduism and Islam. While we are talking about this, you will see the connection here. And not only this, see what Kabir is saying. He is saying that, somebody is bumping their head on the ground. Here he is targeting Islam. And somebody is bathing their body in water. For 1 month, you people do this. Ramzan you do. And for 1 month, we have also festivals. What you are committing 11 months, sin for 11 months, and then you feel like in 1 month all the sin will be rinsed away if you're taking bath in holy water. Wow, awesome. So this is class 7, chapter 6. This is class 12, chapter 6. One killed the goat, and this is again Kabir. One kill the goat, other cows, and they waste their life in disputation. And such is, like, Kabir is so renowned. Everybody, Muslim said he is ours, Hindu people said he is ours, and he's like, I am, criticizing both of them. Now, there is one very interesting thing. Also, I can remember a case relating to passport thing, Menaka Gandhi case. Iltush is such a good girl. Now, tell me one thing, guys. Kabir, what was he a proponent of? Nirguna Bhakti or Shaguna Bhakti? Write it in the comment section, and then I will tell you what this means, and then we'll come to Menka Gandhi, ma'am. Nirgun or Shaguna Bhakti? Which kind of bhakti he propounded? Nirgun or Shaguna Bhakti? Write it in the comment section. If you don't know it, write it. You don't know, we'll discuss. So now let's come to Menka Gandhi, ma'am, and what she's saying and why we went to the hypocrisy of all these religions. So core argument, political representation of animal. Nobody represents animal, right? At any level. And there is a structural democratic flaw. What is the democratic flaw? Modern politics is built on a rigid, and we'll talk about all these things. Let's first talk about the major aspect of this editorial. So she says that majoritarian democracy cannot represent animals. What is a majoritarian democracy? Very good, Iltush. Very good, Sunil. Nirgun Bhakti. Nirgun Bhakti, God without attributes. So now, this line is very important what Menka ma'am is saying. She is saying that majoritarian democracy cannot represent animals. What is a majoritarian democracy? Where majority voice are the final voice. We have in India, we have discussed FPTP system, first past the post system. Whoever will get maximum votes, he will win. Even if he is getting 20 votes out of 100, he will win, undermining the rest 80 votes. So not only minority votes, there are so many flaws. So minority voice doesn't matter, be it minority religion or be it minority animals. They cannot vote, they cannot lobby, they cannot litigate, they cannot mobilize. So you cannot be dependent on government. You cannot be dependent on government for, they are not concerned with minorities, and government know how to play their cards right. So in that scenario, who will help them? So for these vulnerable people, now let's focus on this editorial, why it is important from GS2 perspective. In GS2 there are issues related to vulnerable section. Animals are vulnerable, guys. Governance policies. GS3, when you're talking about environmental conservation, flora fauna conservation. GS4 case study, this will be asked mostly in case study, this whole thing what Menika ma'am is saying. So now let's talk about this whole majoritarian thing. What is a fiduciary institution and guardians, which Menika ma'am is talking about? Fiduciary institutions and guardians means these vulnerable people, let's say women, disabled people, childs. So these are vulnerable people. For child, you have NCPCR, National Commission to Protect the Rights of Child, National Commission for Protection of Child Rights. Same kind of institution we need for animals, because anyway, majoritarian government, they are not concerned with minority voices, be it minority voices of different religion or animals. So you need certain institutions because government doesn't care. They don't give a damn here. So National Commission for Protection of Child Rights, just like for child, you need a particular organization for animals as well. These are fiduciary institution and guardians. We need it for animal welfare as well. That's what she's saying. Again, a very valid point, a very interesting point. Cool. So she's saying that modern politics, again, you can read all these things. This othering and democracy treats animal as property, creating an institutional vacuum, and we people decide whom to kill, which animal not to kill, and this is so wrong. We are nobody to decide that. Animals should not be seen as passive recipients of human charity. Political communities must be accountable. Then she's saying that there has to be accountability at every level. Bodies should exist at executive, legislature, parliament level. So executive, let's say there are ministers. There should be certain ministers who are directly, there should be an animal welfare ministry. Let's take another example. Let's say there was an Ayush department earlier. Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani Siddha and Homeopathy, Ayush department. It used to earlier work under Health Ministry. Now you made a separate Ayush ministry. Why don't you have a animal welfare ministry? Have a separate animal welfare ministry. That way you will have a representation in executive, legislature. There will be some MP and MLAs. They should be concerned with animal welfare rights and laws. Parliament, there should be certain non-voting experts who are not part of, like sometimes Attorney General. He also participate in Parliament proceedings, but he is a non-voting member. He will not vote in the parliament because he's not a member of either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Such kind of non-voting members you can also have for animal, rights and protection. So representation of animal, it has to happen at all level. It should not be a bol bachchan thing. So again, what are the keywords which we have discussed? Majoritarian democracy, how do they work? Why they cannot represent animals? What are fiduciary institutions? How do they work? What is the hypocrisy when it comes to different religion also? And here we are not leaving behind any religion, just like Kabir did not leave behind any religion. Existing committees, Menka Gandhi ma'am is saying that Elephant Welfare Committee under Supreme Court, they are ineffective. There is delay, there is lack of seriousness, and something has to be done on a fast track basis. Appointment should be, again, you can read all these things. We are concerned with the keywords what she is talking about. Strong horizontal and vertical checks are needed. Again, these are some important keywords. How does horizontal check work? How does vertical check work? What is the basic meaning here? So let's try to understand. We have discussed these terms: horizontal, distribution of resources or devolution of resources in finance commission, vertical devolution. So vertical means there is a hierarchy. Let's say there is somebody here A and there is somebody here B. So this is like A is keeping a track over B. That is a vertical check. On the other hand, horizontal check means they are at the same level. Let's say one ministry is checking whether other ministry is utilizing resources properly or not. So that is a vertical check. Horizontal check is, let's say parliament is there. Parliament is seeing whether different institutions are doing their work properly or not. So this is a vertical check. So all these checks are actually needed. It has to be applied. That's what Menika ma'am is saying here. It is a practice enhancement of democracy that ensure, again, you can read all these things. The basic terms, the basic meaning, what she's talking about, majoritarian democracy, fiduciary institutions, all these things are important. Horizontal and vertical checks. And then you can read all the other things, what she's saying. Most of the things are already known to you. But how we present it in mains, that actually matters. Let's solve this MCQ, guys. Horizontal check, vertical check, fiduciary institutions, majoritarian democracy, majoritarian government, undermining of minority voices, Kabir, Nirgun Bhakti. So we have seen so many things associated with this article related to Menka Gandhi ma'am. Let's solve MCQ 3. Harshini has given the answer. Animals are treated as mere life due to their perceived lack of rationality. Majoritarian democracy can fully represent animal interest. Fiduciary institutions or guardians are suggested to represent animal interest. So we know second is wrong. Majoritarian democracy can. And guys, you people are very well educated. Harshini, Shunil, what do you think? I hope you know about FPTP system and proportional representation system. So do you think in India we should have a proportional representation system? Where, let's say there are Christians in our country, there are Muslims in our country, there are Jains in our country. Generally it is said that these people, they're not represented enough. There is a Hindu majority, and even then people are like, no, Hindu khatre mein hai. That means Hindus are in danger, even though we are in majority. Even though we are such an old religion, older than Christianity, older than Islam, we have survived for so long, but when a particular political party comes, we suddenly become, we are in danger. God knows why we bring that party then into, government, when we are again in danger. But that is a different point, we are not going there. No political connotation. The point is FPTP, proportional representation system. FPTP, the one who gets maximum votes, he will be the winner. Proportional representation system, here you're not giving votes to a particular entity, individual. Here you are giving votes to a party. So let's say one particular party gets 30% votes, so he will get 30% seats, in proportional representation system. So let's, like it happens in India, BJP, let's say, although I love BJP, I'm the biggest supporter of BJP and Modi ji, but let's say BJP gets 38% votes, but there are scenarios when BJP has got, let's say, 55% seats. This happens because we don't have proportional representation. And then the other, like there was one case in one particular Lok Sabha where BSP, Bahujan Samaj Party of Mayawati, she got a lot of vote, like 2-3% of vote, I don't know, but she got 0 seats. That happens because we have FPTP, and that's why even in Bihar election, you have Prashant Kishore, and he was fighting, like he was not in a coalition with Congress, RJD. Many people were like, if they were together, they would not have divided votes. And here, vote division is actually a thing in FPTP system. So there are so many things which you have to understand. So what is your view, Iltush, Harshini, and Sunil? Do you think India needs to have proportional representation system so that minority voice can be heard properly in our country? Or we will keep on undermining minority voice by going with FPTP. Now, the next point is why we went ahead with FPTP when we know there is so much problem in our country, and like there can be undermining of minority voice, because during independence our literacy was very low. And FPTP is very easier to understand. Whoever will get maximum vote, they will win. Proportional representation, you're not voting to an individual, you're voting to a party, percentage of vote, this and that. Plus, there is very high probability of coalition formation in proportional representation system. In FPTP, there were lesser chances, but even in FPTP, India had coalition before Modi ji came. So the point is, literacy is not any more low in our country. Coalition happens in FPTP also. Proportional representation system will ensure at least minority voices are heard in our country. So what is your view in that regard? And again, this is an important question from so many different perspectives. Any views, guys? If you have any views, you can write it here in the chat section, or you can write in the comment section. Does India needs proportional representation system where minority voices do get heard in our country, or we will go ahead with whatever is happening right now? Or what law commission stated? There's a body called Law Commission. They stated that India can have a mix of both. India can have some seats elected on FPTP basis, can have some seats elected on proportional representation system basis. So whatever are your views, feel free to write it in the comment section. These are very pertinent questions already asked in mains, already asked in interview multiple number of times. You cannot shy away from this like, no, 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 my God. You have to address. So Harshini, sir, proportional representation will be ideally the best form, but steps like addressing illiterate people should be taken to avoid disenfranchisement. Yes. And the best thing is what Law Commission stated: mixed hybrid system. You have New Zealand, you have Germany, you have so many countries adopting hybrid system. Do check these examples. Which countries have mixture of both? Which countries have proportional representation system? Because it will ensure that everybody is getting heard in our country. Otherwise, one party, they will keep on playing with one religion sentiments. They will keep on winning. Doesn't matter what they are doing, right or wrong. You know, Rajya Sabha should be given power, and proportional representation system should be only in Rajya Sabha. So then what difference will it make, Sunil, when you are not electing? Lok Sabha is the one which is forming government, right? So if you have any representation in Rajya Sabha, it doesn't make any difference, right? Anyway, we are not electing people directly in Rajya Sabha. So it's not going to change anything. Here we are talking about Lok Sabha, which actually matters. Okay, so third question, answer has been given by Harshini, Iltush and Sunil. C. Very good here. 1 and 3. Second is wrong. Next, MCQ 4. Consider the following statement about checks on fiduciary institutions. We have discussed what are fiduciary institutions, and then we have talked about vertical checks and horizontal checks. Have a look at this particular question and try to see a mix of both. FPTP, proportional representation will be a balanced approach, sir. Very good, Harshini. So try to see MCQ 4 and tell me the answer. Vertical checks are exercised by elected bodies like parliament over institutions. Horizontal checks involve independent oversight by institutions at the same level. Both horizontal and vertical checks aim to prevent elite capture and ensure accountability. Iltush has given the answer. All these statements are correct, guys. Vertical checks exercised by elected bodies over institutions. First is correct, so eliminate C. Second is also correct, it's at the same level. So second is correct, eliminate A, you're left with D. Third is also correct. Both horizontal and vertical checks aim to prevent elite capture and ensure accountability. Very good, Iltush. Who is a good girl? Iltush is a good girl. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Spread the word. Mission UPSC program. You can take these courses individually as well from today onwards. I'm launching this 50 most important current affairs for UPSC CSE 2026. There'll be 6 modules. 6 module means there'll be one module for polity, there'll be one module for economy, like there'll be one module for environment and geography together, because in geography there were some news like cyclones which were in news. Then there'll be one module for what? Polity, economy, SNT. There'll be one single module for society and culture. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What are we missing, guys? Polit IR. There's one single module for IR. So 6 modules will be there. Each module will have 4 PDFs. 4 PDF means each module will have like today part 1 will come polity, so 13 articles will be there. I will be sharing with you here when I'm sharing, let's say polity. If you want only polity, 199 per module. So there I will be sharing 8 PDFs with you. 8 PDF means 4 normal PDFs, 4 annotated PDFs. Same thing will go for this. You can get all 6. You can if you want. So 199 per module it is, and that's how it will work. And again, part 1, 2, 3, 4. Fourth, the end part will come 1 month or 1.5 months before prelims, because I have to include all the current affairs, right? So, and it is said that in UPSC CSE 2026, 1 month before, like everything has to be covered. So yeah, cool. So, and the rest, everything is fine. The prices have increased. You can have a look at it. And this is like, you can take these courses individually. You can also take the bundle thing at 6,999 and prices, or you can take it individually. So it's totally your means and choice. And in bundle there will be no hourly, monthly or annual subscription ever. If in future I include any course in success bundle, you will be a part of it. So that's how success bundle actually works. If I'm adding anything to your knowledge base, you can also donate. Very good. So now page number 10, next article, third article of the day, GS to international relation, IR. How Pakistan's judiciary is being undermined. So again, we have talked about 27th Amendment. Here we will talk about it in detail and what implications it will have for India. There is a concept called separation of power. Separation of power means legislature, executive and judiciary, they should work in their own domain. Nobody should be intruding in the domain of other entity. Legislature which makes laws, parliament, executive which implements laws, and judiciary which check constitutionality of laws and executive order. So in US, you have strict SOP. Everybody works in their own domain in presidential form of government. For Trump, like in India, for legislature and executive, we have one election. It's not like Modi sir, he is elected differently and the Lok Sabha is elected differently. No, we have one election for Lok Sabha. Whoever is the majority, they will form the government, they will become executive. So this is fused SOP. In India, we have fused SOP. Executive is part of legislature, dependent on it, this and that. In US, they have strict SOP. Legislature is working on their own domain, they will have their own election. Trump will have its separate election from their parliament, and so on and so forth. We will see what is being tried, like what is being tried in Pakistan rather. Executive is trying to control judiciary. When you people were not born, around 2014, there was a commission, NJAC, National Judicial Appointments Commission, which was proposed in our country, because generally, according to second ARC ethics and governance, what happens in India, judiciary appoints itself. We have a collegian system in which judiciary appoints itself in India, collegian system. And many people feel that, and again, even second ARC ethics and governance feels that this is not good. It is like Kartik calling Kartik. You cannot appoint yourself. There has to be some accountability, and that's why there should be some members from executive, etc., who should be appointing you. So NGSC came into picture. Supreme Court made it unconstitutional that no, we will not no longer go ahead with NJSC. In that regard, you have to see the development which is happening in Pakistan. What was the issue Supreme Court had with NJSC, National Judicial Appointments Commission? So Pakistan National Assembly and President, they have approved 27th Constitutional Amendment. They can directly ask you, the 27th Constitutional Amendment which was in news pertains to which particular country? In prelims. In mains, this is important from separation of power concept. Separation of power directly mentioned in your GS mains paper 2. So Pakistan's executive, Pakistan's legislature, they are trying to control their judiciary. They are trying to minimize the power of judiciary. What they are trying to do, they are trying to take away jurisdiction power. Like when you people read Lakshmikant, you read about original jurisdiction of Supreme Court, appellate jurisdiction, advisory jurisdiction. Have you people ever heard these words? Iltush, Sunil, Harshini, have you people heard about these original jurisdiction, advisory jurisdiction, appellate jurisdiction? Anyone? Or you are hearing it for the first time? So what they have done, Pakistan, they have taken away some of the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. How state and center, if they're fighting, what will happen? Blah blah blah. They have created a new court, Federal Constitutional Court, and they have given the power to this. In a way, they are trying to undermine judiciary. And in India also, why NJAC was deemed to be unconstitutional by judiciary was like it will interfere with our work. Executive will interfere with our work, and we don't want that. In Pakistan, you are seeing the exact same case at a greater magnitude. So now they have created a separate court. What justification was given by Pakistan's legislature and executive? They were saying that Supreme Court of Pakistan is overburdened with what is happening there. Oh my God, Harshini and Iltush, they have heard it. Very cool. So they were saying these, like, these Pakistan's legislature and executive, they're saying that Supreme Court is overburdened, and that's why we are creating a new court because there is too much delay. Again, you can compare it with our India. We have 5 crore cases, more than 5 crore cases pending. So it's not like we are only reading this article, even our executive is reading this article. By that same logic, our Supreme Court's power can also be taken away. Not easy, but again, people do learn from things. So now this rationale is flawed when these, Pakistan's legislature and executive, they're saying that Supreme Court has so much means cases, that's why we're taking away cases. This is actually flawed. Why it is flawed? Let's try to justify it with numbers. This logic is flawed. They are saying that government claim amendment will reduce caseload on higher courts. Reality, most delays are in lower courts in Pakistan. SC has 3% or less than 3% of pending cases. Similar rationale can be given by India's executive to take the power away from judiciary. We have already seen this is already happening in India's tribunals. There was one case where the Supreme Court was saying that tribunal members should not be appointed by executive because most of the cases which these tribunals are hearing, be it NGT or foreigners tribunal or any other tribunal, they are hearing against government only. And if government appoints members of tribunals, it in a way will undermine tribunals. So today it is tribunal in India, maybe tomorrow it will be Supreme Court, High Court or subordinate courts if we don't read about these scenarios. So you have to always learn from, and it's not happening very far away from India. It is happening in Pakistan only. Cool. So Supreme Court will lose their jurisdiction there. Previous use. And what is the stance of Supreme Court judges in Pakistan? You also have to understand. So now these executive and army also is involved here. So what they have done, they have bribed these Supreme Court judges in Pakistan. Some of them will be part of this new federal constitutional court. Some are not happy. So again, you can understand. So we have to learn our lessons. It's not like if history repeat in like it happens in our country, then only we will learn lesson. Let's try to learn lesson from Pakistan. What is happening there, and ensure this does not happen in India, because judiciary is needed to keep a check on legislature and executive powers, especially executive power. The amendment empowers executive to transfer judges without their consent. Critics fear this will allow government to reward compliant judges. Maybe this is happening on some scale in our country also, but again, we will not go there. Seen as a method to create an amenable FCC judiciary, a new court which has been created bypassing Supreme Court or taking away some of the jurisdiction of Supreme Court, Federal Constitutional Court of Pakistan. Remember 27th Constitutional Amendment. And now FCC has already started functioning also in Pakistan. Critics say, again, the speed at which it is working and the judges are being appointed, it seems like undermining of judiciary is almost complete. That means army is becoming more powerful in Pakistan. Executive is just a name. Army is the one which is calling the shot. Not very good for India. So we also have to keep a tab on what is happening in Pakistan because it will impact us as well. So judges and lawyers inside Pakistan, they are divided because some have resigned, some have accepted position in this particular court. So you can understand it's total anarchy in Pakistan and impact on separation of power. This is the word we were discussing, which is explicitly mentioned in GS paper 2. What impact it will have on separation of power. And we have to keep a tab on it. Pakistan judiciary has long faced pressure from army, military dictators, and this is one such example, blah, blah, blah. You can read all these things. And things are not looking good for Pakistan's judiciary, Pakistan's Supreme Court, and let's see how these things unfold. Because FCC has already become functional there, taking away some of the original jurisdiction of Pakistan Supreme Court. Not good. Not good for Pakistan. Not good for anyone, so to say. Let's solve MCQ 5, guys. The 27th Constitutional Amendment primarily aims to do what? What is the basic aim of 27th Constitutional Amendment of Pakistan? Strengthen the role of Supreme Court in constitutional matters, reduce the caseload of district courts, create the Federal Constitutional Court and limit the Supreme Court's original jurisdiction, increase the independence of Judicial Commission. As Iltush and Harshini stated, create Federal Constitutional Court and limit the Supreme Court's original jurisdiction. Very good. So Iltush, Harshini and Sunil stated. Very good, Sunil. MCQ 6. What is the primary criticism against 27th Amendment regarding judicial independence? What is the criticism here? Choose the best option. 27th Amendment. It increases the caseload of higher courts. It allows executive to influence judges' appointments and transfer, weakening checks and balances. It reduces the role of lower courts in federal dispute, increases judicial overreach. So Harshini has given the answer. The basic premise is executive, president, their parliament, they are calling the shots. They will decide how judges will be appointed in FCC also. They have taken away original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Some of the original jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Now this is your homework also, guys. Harshini and Nature, or like Sunil, they have given the answer. This is your homework. What is your homework? Read today from static portion, original advisory appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. That's how you connect static and current part. The original advisory and appellate jurisdiction of Supreme Court. Read about them. How do they function? Of our Supreme Court, not Pakistan Supreme Court. So B is the answer as stated by Harshini, Nature and Iltush. Really good. And next article, page number 20, science to GS2, GS3. Why GS2, GS3? GS2, Russia. Places in news. GS2, places in news. And GS3, why? Science and tech, space. International Space Station, Baikonur. Baikonur is a place in Kazakhstan, which Russia uses as a, space center from where they're launching rockets, etc. So they can ask you, Baikonur Cosmodrome is located in which particular country? It is located in, Nepal, Bhutan, Antarctica, or Kazakhstan. So the answer will be Kazakhstan. And whenever I show you people this particular, Central Asian map, I always tell my students there are 5 Central Asian countries, guys. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. Iran is not a Central Asian country. Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan. Now tell me, Chepandi is fast. Which of these following countries is not a part of SCO? And these are the questions which has been asked almost 70,000 million number of times in different exams. Which of the following 5 Central Asian country is not a part of Shanghai Cooperation Organization? That's how you interrelate stuff, Chepandis. So do tell me, which is not? Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Turkmenistan, or Tajikistan. So Baikonur Cosmodrome, it is in Kazakhstan. It is a part of Kazakhstan, but Kazakhstan has leased it to Russia for 50 years, from where Russia launches their satellites. So Baikonur Cosmodrome spaceport in Kazakhstan, leased and operated by Russia. They can even ask you, that Baikonur Cosmodrome is located in Russia, this and that, and what is the current status? Iltush has given the answer, Kyrgyzstan. Is it Kyrgyzstan, Iltush? Kazakhstan owns the site and leases it to Russia under agreements till 2050. After that, Russia will lose, and that's like lose rights over it. Russia is anyway launching their own centers from where they will be launching the satellites, and they're doing it. They're working on it. So by 2050, they will have their own launch pad. Historical background, you can see all these things. Earlier, even Kazakhstan was a part of Soviet Union only, right? So they're launching Sputnik 1, this and that. You can read all these things, what they have launched. What is important here is, where is Baikonur? What is the basic purpose? Which country it belongs to? What is the association of Russia with Baikonur? All these facts and figures, you have to keep it in mind. So nobody answered it. Turkmenistan is not a part of SCO, guys. Revise, again, this is another homework for you people. Revise SCO member countries. Who are the countries who are part of SCO? Turkmenistan is not a part of SCO. Not a part of SCO. Keep it in mind. Where is Harshini? Harshini and Sunil. Why you people did not know this answer? Chapandis? So again, you can you read these things. From here only Yuri Gagarin, he went to space. From this particular Baikonur Cosmodrome of Kazakhstan. What else is important here? See, from here only things were launched into International Space Station. Now, whenever you read about International Space Station, people are like, what is International Space Station, this and that. They hype it so much. International Space Station is nothing. If you see this image, International Space Station is basically a satellite which is there in lower Earth orbit. If you're seeing this International Space Station or whatever images you are seeing of International Space Station, please don't hype it so much, guys. This is just a satellite, but a habitable satellite in lower Earth orbit. But this is a great example of international collaboration. There are 5 major entities which are involved in International Space Station. What are these 5 major entities which are involved in International Space Station? That you have to understand. So Russia is involved here, US is involved here, Japan is involved here, Canada is involved here, and then ESA, European Space Agency, they are involved here. They can even write that in International Space Station creation, etc. China is involved, India is involved. No, these are not the parent countries. The parent countries are Russia, US, Japan, Canada, and European Space Agency. Very good. Harshini is a good girl, so keep it in mind. It will be operational till 2030. It started working around 2000, and it was supposed to work for 15-20 years, this international space station, habitable zone. And it's a great work of international collaboration when Russia and US can work on international space station. Why can't they work on other areas of cooperation? Why so much fight? So you can see how selective they are. They know they need each others for joining different modules, this and that. But and that's where they need them. Like, forget about all those things. Just remember these countries: Russia, US, Japan, Canada, and European Space Agency, which is basically means a group of 11 European countries. So these five are the people, or the entities rather, which are involved in ISS. You have to keep it in mind. Cool, sir. So again, they have given what happened in this particular region, Baikonur, blah blah blah. Let's solve some question. MCQ 7. Baikonur Cosmodrome is owned, and you read these statements and tell me what is the best option. Chip on this, chip on this, chip. Oh. Sometimes in mains they've even asked about ISS and international collaboration. It's an example. Even in essay you write about ISS. That ISS is a proof, International Space Station is a proof that Russia and US, they can indeed collaborate. But for that they have to be in space. They will not collaborate on ground. We have to ensure that they come together and collaborate on grounds also. Ground also, just like they're collaborating in space. So who answered it? Harshini, Nature, and Iltush, they have given the answer. Owned by Kazakhstan and leased to Russia. Very good. PYQ 8, asked by UPSC in 2008. Again, it's somewhat different, but it involves Russia. Try to solve it. Try to use your pre-existing knowledge. Even if you're getting this question wrong, it's totally fine, guys. Just try it. Take an attempt. There will be some questions where you'll be taking a guess in your real exam as well, right? So take a guess here. Chip on this, chip on this, chip. Oh. I love Chipundis. From which one of the following did India buy the Barak anti-missile defense system? Anti-missile means if missiles are coming towards us, we will kill them all. So that is anti-missile system. It is for destroying missiles coming towards us. If somebody will, like there was a movie in our times, you people should not be watching it. It's an adult movie, Raj. It was called as Dino Moria. There a girl says, "मैं तुम्हें बर्बाद कर दूंगी." That means I will destroy you. That's what anti-missile system does. It destroys the incoming missile. So India has bought Barak from which particular country? This is a very good guess. Harshin is like, we are talking about Russia, so Russia, no. We bought it from Israel. And that's why India loves Israel. Even whatever it does in Palestine or whatever it does in Hamas, like Gaza region and all, India loves Israel because it helps us in these defense system. So the answer is Israel. Read about Barak anti-missile system. Read about THAAD. So again, we'll talk about it. But again, Russia is one of the options we asked about it. Very good guess, Harshini. I understand where you're coming from. So Harshini and Sunil, this is a factual question. Read about Barak. We'll talk about all these things, and that's why we keep on talking about different missile system, INS Astra Dharini, and all those stuff. UPSC ask questions on them, guys. Defense related things, mixture of defense and IR, so to say. Let's solve this MCQ 9, guys. Assertion reason. Chip on this, chip on this, chip. Oh. Welcome, Harshini. Assertion reason. ISS is a symbol of international cooperation in space. It is built and operated jointly by NASA, Roscosmos, ESA, JAXA, and CSA. No, this is a tough question. I told you there are 5 entities involved in creation and maintenance of ISS, and India and China, they are not part of it. So we have still not become a Vishwaguru when it comes to International Space Station. Are we? But again, till the time Modi sir is here, we will become. So first is correct. Now this is a tricky question. First is correct. So A is true. If A is true, D option is gone. Assertion reason, they will be very tricky, guys. People are not practicing enough assertion reason these days. So, and this is also correct. It's a symbol of international cooperation. Why? Because NASA, US, Roscosmos, Russia, ESA, European Space Agency, JAXA, Japan. This is also one way of you to remember their space agencies, what they are called. JAXA, Japan, and CSA, Canadian Space Agency, Canada. So all these are involved here. Remember it, they can ask a separate question that ISS is a, collaboration between these countries. So in that regard also this question becomes important. So both statements are correct. A is the answer as stated by Iltush and then Harshini. Really good. Next article of the day. Page number 1, GS2, GS3. Why GS2? Governance. Why GS3? Against security and then disaster management. So Modi sir is attending some Director General and Inspector General of Police meetings, and he is very concerned. And he's like, we need to transform public perception of police, and that's why we have to bring Modi sir to power in 2029. If Modi sir would have been in power, he would have transferred or changed the perception of police, guys. But you people, you're not bringing him to power. Bring him to power. Let him do these things. When he will come to power, then only he can change government, like change the perception, right? He has not been in power. Oh wait, he is in power from last 11 years. Oh, got it. So the point here is we have to transform the, like, even currently, even though we have got independence in 2014, 11 years have passed and all these things have happened, even now police reform is the need of the hour. We don't feel good when we feel the need to go to police station to file FIR, etc. Perception has not changed. That's what Modi sir is saying, and we have to make Modi sir PM till 2047 to ensure this thing happen. Because he will need time. He has to go to different countries. He is doing the work of even external affair minister, S. Jaishankar sir. Ideally, S. Jaishankar sir should go to these countries, but Modi sir himself does the work of S. Jaishankar sir. So what is S. Jaishankar sir doing then? None of our concern. If Modi sir is doing it, you have to understand. He is sleeping for 4 hours, working for 20 hours, going all these countries. He was in Goa recently, inside our country, thankfully. So please understand, this is a concern. Modi sir is very concerned about it. Even after 11 years and all those stuff. Okay. So 60th All India Conference of DGP IGP happened in Raipur. That is not a thing. Modi sir will do it when he's talking about it. There are terms, guys. There are things in this article which you can use to talk about what are the responsibility of police and how it is becoming multifaceted. So he's talking about, LWE free. We know we have talked about left wing extremism, Naxalism, how it has almost been eradicated. Police has a work to ensure sustained development in those regions because development and left wing extremism, it has an inverse relationship. If development increases in a particular region, LWE will decrease. It has been seen. That is a pattern. Strengthen coastal security. We have coast. We have to, and not only this. Even currently, cyclone. This whole thing was going on. It ravaged Sri Lanka. It ravaged Tamil Nadu also. There also, police has a role to play. Plus the public perception of police that has to change. When you people become IPS officer, etc., you have to change it. And hopefully, Modi sir will be PM till then only. We need him. I need him till the time I am alive. I cannot see anybody else. Even theme was Viksit Bharat Cyclone. So PM must improve coordination. There has to be coordination. Cyclone Titwa situation. And what is that operation which was carried out in Sri Lanka by us to help people of Sri Lanka from Cyclone Titwa? Do you know that operation? We have even solved one MCQ today. And then drug abuse also. There also police has a role. Urban policing, tourist policing, community policing. You people are very small. When you people will become 18 plus, then on Netflix there is a series which is known as uh, Nathan Fillion is there, Rookie. Right now, don't watch. You people are anyway studying for 20 hours, just like Modi sir is working for 20 hours and sleeping for 4 hours. So in Rookie series, they have something known as body cam. I seriously feel just install body cam on our Indian police body. There is a body cam here. It will record whatever they are doing. Everything will end in our country. I'm telling you, most of the police reforms revolve around whether our police officers have body cam or not. If you see this series Rookie, you will realize encounter killing this and that, everything will be bulldozer justice, everything will be taken care of, guys. Just give body cam to these police officers, but we won't do that. Because we love to do things in extrajudicial manner. So public awareness of new criminal law. So Modi sir here is giving lecture. Operation Sagar Bandhu. Very good to Sunil and Arshini. What police should do. Why we are not doing this basic thing. Do you people have any idea, Iltush, Sunil, Harshini, how body cam works? Have you seen this? You can see, oh my god, why we don't have these basic things in our country, guys? We want to become a Vishwaguru. We have already become a Vishwaguru. Modi sir is here. But why Vishwaguru sir is not giving body cam to police officers? I'm telling you, use of uninhabited islands. We have Andaman and Nicobar Islands. There are many islands which are uninhabited. So how we are adopting or ensuring that it is strategically safe. There also police have to coordinate with armed forces, paramilitary forces. That's what he's talking about. All these points you can write in the expanded role of police, and what police should do. Community policing is police, communities. Police should work together with communities. And rather than looking at communities with suspicious eyes, or not interacting with them. Community policing is the need of the hour. You can write it anywhere and everywhere. You have to take into consideration what local communities are saying and accordingly implement laws. So yeah. Oh my god. So research about body cam, you will see one thing installed here, it will record everything, whether you have killed someone or not, or whether you have done fake encounter killing or not, all these things. Let's solve MCQ 10. Research on body cam. International Space Station is a joint project of, which is so unhappy. Why still public perception is not changing? What more Modi sir can do? Why we have separate ministers when Modi sir is doing the work of all the ministry himself? Poor guy. So ISS is a joint project of US, Russia, China, India, Japan, US, Russia, Europe, Japan, Canada, US, Russia, Brazil, Japan, Europe, US, Russia, India, Europe, Japan. Wow, really good. So Harshini and Tush, they have given the answer. This is the homework, guys. MCQ 10 is a homework. MCQ 11 is a homework. Have a look at these two questions. We will discuss it tomorrow at 8 a.m. Like, share, and subscribe. Spread the word. This is the Telegram channel. I will share this into analysis PDF by 9:30 a.m. Really good. What else? You can post your score. You can join these Mission UPSC programs individually. You can see the prices. If you have any issues, you can send me a WhatsApp message regarding that. You can also join the Lifetime Success Bundle at 6,999, where you don't have to pay for any hourly, monthly, or annual subscriptions. And in future, if I include courses under UPSC Lifetime Success Bundle, that will be a part of your course. You don't have to pay anything extra for it. Cool, sir. Cool, sir. Cool, sir. And you are your own competition. You're not competing with anybody else. You have to just improve what you were, like from what you were yesterday. If I'm adding anything to knowledge base, you can donate. Thank you. Take care. Be blessed. Tata. Bye bye. Chipundis.